Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back to the live stream of creating a podcast live here by the Podcast Mogul himself. Let me just fix this camera so you guys get a bit more. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, I am, of course, Phil Better. This is the live show of making a podcast live. Two podcasts. We're doing this podcast series for podcasters as well as Consultcast, which is a lead gen podcast for one of my clients. I am Phil Better, the Podcast Mogul. Give you a little bit of info. Been podcasting 6 years. Been doing it professionally the last year and a half, I would say, maybe, if you will, or even 6 months. And I run the Phil Better Inc. boutique podcasting agency where I help entrepreneurs, business owners, authors, solopreneurs use podcasting, to grow their business. So if you're interested in that, leave a comment. Hopefully the comments are working. They weren't working last time, and I don't know why, and it's a little annoying, but we'll get that fixed because I'm going to put it on my phone. Simple as that. I'm going to watch myself live and react to the comments. So there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Very happy to have you. Yesterday, as you know, if you were watching, we did the setup pretty much of the podcast pitch. I'm going to share my screen now so that you guys can see it. Give me a second here. Share screen. Okay. And this is the one we want. Boom. So as you can see, this one was for the podcast series, this one that we're doing live. And then we have the Consultcast, which is for podcasters to help grow their podcast, but also it's a lead gen for my client using this podcast, Brandon, to create his domain of being the guy for growth of podcasts, kind of podcast growth hacking, if you will. But today's episode, this is what we're going to cover on. We're going to cover the logo for both these podcasts. We're going to create the social media as well as the email address. And then I'll answer any questions that I see. I'm going to jump on. I've seen a few questions already, and I'm going to answer those, so you don't have to worry about that. But if you have questions, leave them in the comments. I'll check them out. I'll let you know. You can send me an email, phil@philbetterinc.com. I should really put that on a banner somewhere. But anyways, if you're enjoying this, make sure you like, you subscribe. I have the right earphone in. Yes, good. But here's what we're going to do. So what you can use to create your logo is something very easy. It's Canva. Canva is the #1 place for you to do it because they're the best. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into, where is it? I had it, marketing, more. There's a branding or logo. We can just search logo. There we go. So we're going to go into logo. And now you need to filter. You can change your own thing, but I'm going to go podcast. There we go. So we have a whole bunch of different things here for your podcast. You can try whatever you want, the style. So we're going to go, where's it? Social media? No, and logo. There we go. Remove social media. So you have all these different types of podcast things you can use, right? So for this podcast, the show that you're seeing live, we're going to call it, it's called Invest in Yourself, the podcast series, because it's bound about my brand, the Invest in Yourself, the Digital Entrepreneur podcast, but it's also for this series. I want to keep it all under the same one. We can do that, but we're going to go over to, we're going to do my clients first because he's more important. We need to get him out. He hasn't given me any ideas. He hasn't given me any rules or regulations. So that means we can do whatever we want, but we want to keep it so that it's related to podcasting. So we have a few here that I like. I like this one right here, this podcast studio. It's nice, it's simple. The black I'm not too much a fan of. So we're gonna go over to here. I like this one. It's kind of goofy looking, but I love it. So now we're gonna edit it, elements. I don't really care about that. Now we can edit the master here. We can change the writing, the record studio. So we're going to change this. And we're going to go change that to Consultcast. Boom. So it doesn't really work. So we can do like that. Salt. Boom. So we have consult cast, got this little goofy guy there. We're going to change the background. You can change it to whatever you want. You have to decide your colors. He likes blue. So we're going to go with blue. There we go. No, lighter blue, purple. No, there. Let's go here. The triangle. Can we edit that? No. Okay. So this is it. This is the thing that I'm going to do. I enjoy this. This is a temporary one. You always can change it later on. Let's maybe increase that. There we go. Let me move it. Boom. That's even better. But we're going to change the writing because that looks bad. Let's go. What does black look like? Let's see what black looks like. Yeah, it works. There we go, right in the middle. We'll highlight this. We'll get this into the black as well. Boom. Consult cast. There we go. Microphone's fine. Let's see if we can find a different element. Let's go microphone. Let's see what they have for podcast. So there's a lot here. I actually kind of think this one's better than this one. What do you guys think? Boom. Actually, I think that kind of works a bit better. Let's see if we can change. What does red look like? Red and blue, do you like that? Pops, people can see it more, and you can see that it's growth out here. So this is the one I'm, wait, we can actually grow the bigger one. There we go. Just put this down. Boom. Look at that. Now that's beautiful if I ever said so. Obviously, professionals do stuff better, but as a beginning one, this is what you want. You simply download. Go download. It's downloading. Boom. Yes, that's nice. I don't care. Now we're going to do the Invest in Yourself podcast. So now we're going to add here white background. White background. There we go. Then we go over here. Business. Oh, wait, no. Light bulb. Where is? I wish we can upload. No, we're not going to upload mine. No, we're going to go back to podcast. We want photos. Go down. We're going to look for stuff. What would work? How good does that look so far? And we get the background, a little black. There. Put this down into the middle. There we go. Now, so it's podcast. It's what it is, and then we can go text. Look for some fun stuff here. We got a comment. Podcast. It's what it is, and then we can go text. Look for some fun stuff here. We got a comment. Podcast. Sorry about that. Using my phone, so you may hear some other stuff, but yeah, so thank you, Dwayne. Dwayne is an amazing person who helps people with LinkedIn. So if you ever need help with LinkedIn, which we're going to talk about later, I'm probably going to get him on and how to communicate with people through LinkedIn and Facebook. So he's a great guy with that. So if you don't know who Dwayne is, make sure you check out his stuff. So we're going to go to one of these. Let's see here. Which one looks good? Play. Boom. No, that doesn't work. So we're going to go delete. Dwayne actually helped me a lot with my LinkedIn profile, as well as helping me grow my Facebook. So make sure you check with him. Let's go. I'm not used to doing this live because it usually takes me 20 minutes to do this, but we're doing this live, people. That's part of the joys of doing things live. Now, so we want to go invest. Invest. In self. Then we go here. Podcast. Boom. We move this up here. This, we want to put this center, this center, and we're going to just drop this down. And we can move it. Oops. No, we're going to remove this, delete that because we don't need that. Invest in Yourself podcast. Then we're going to get some nice, look at something nice here for series. Here we go, this. There we go. We're gonna shrink this down a bit. We're gonna click out here. We're gonna move this and put it right here. How does that look? Invest in Yourself. We need to change this color though to be on brand, which is gold. I love gold. Anybody else a fan of? There we go. Boom. There we go. Invest in Yourself podcast series. There we go. We have the new logo for this. We go download. Hopefully it's zipped. Opening. We got 1 and 2. So we're gonna open this one just to make sure. What's this one? This is Consultcast. Good. So we're gonna rename this. Why isn't it unstriking? Wait. Download. Pages, boom, 1 and 2. Download. There. Boom. Both are done now. We know where they are. Show in folder. They're in the. Here we go. We'll just take this, and we're going to send this to the desktop. Boom. It's done. Now this is done. We can go ahead and start. Oh, we got 3 comments. Let's show. We're going to send this to the desktop. Hey, Stacy and Richard. Now this is done. We'll go ahead and start. Oh, we got 3. Hey, Richard. You're awesome. Thank you for tuning in. Stacy, thank you for tuning in. You guys rock. So yeah, we have this done. Again, these are just templates for us. Now we're going to open the Gmail. So this is the podcast series. Yeah. Create an account, sorry. To manage my business. For myself, I don't really, wait, no. Back. Create an account to manage my business. First name, since this is mine, it's Phil Better. Invest in Yourself podcast series at Gmail. Put in the password. I have a lot of podcasts, as you can see, a lot of other stuff I do. There you go, next. Oops. So we're going to change this. There we go. There we go. Next. Boom. Phone number. I'm just going to stop sharing my screen right now so that no one knows my phone number. Not that I don't trust you all, but I don't need random people calling me at 2 o'clock in the morning. Date of birth. There, year. Next. Oh, recovery email. Oops. There we go. Next. Just getting the code now. Pop up on my phone. I have like 84 messages from Google on this phone. There we go. Verify. Boom. Yes, I'm in. Agreed. And now we share back the screen. Add to screen. There we go. Continue. Get started. Business name. Invest in yourself. Boom. Business category. Pod. Boom. Next. Business category. Coaching. Could be a life coach. Let's go with a life coach. There we go. No, we don't want that because people are going to come. Montreal, Quebec, Canada. There we go. Next. Boom. Next. I don't need a website. There you go. You can find out my phone number there. Boom. No. Next. Let's create the profile. I'm sweating like a beast. Hold on. Skip this. Sorry about this. Skip. Skip. All right, so now we're at the, we're going to add a photo. We're going to go to desktop, scroll down. I think this is the one. Open. Nope, that's not it. So we go exit this, we go this. Go select computer from the desktop. We're going to go to, where is it? Downloads, and there we go. Open. Click this, we go next. Skip and continue. Boom. Get started. I don't care about this. So now you go over to your Gmail account for it. Okay. Congratulations. Now you have a Gmail account for this. Now, fairly easy. Now we're going to go over to create an account. I'm going to go for myself this time, get this done. Brandon M. Going to remove this. We're going to call it Consult Cast Pod. There we go. Password. Next. Boom. Next. Get the code. It's optional for now. This, we go next. Number. This is, he's gonna change this up later, of course. No, thanks. Now that we have both email addresses, we now can create these social media accounts. God, I don't care. Now these are done. We go over here. We go to Twitter first. Twitter. There we go. Home. Obviously, this is for me. We go to more. Wait, no. down here. Sorry. Add an existing account. Oops, nope, this is not add an existing account. Add a new account. Log out. It's fine. Sign up. Name. Unsaltcast pod. Phone number. Happy now? Use email instead. There we go. What's the email address again? Google. To me. There we go. Copy. Email. Go. Yes. Go next. No, next. Everything's all sign up. Verification code. We got sent an email. Twitter. Here's our code that we're going to use. Next. Upload. Here we go. Boom. Apply. I know the Mickey poster looks sketchy, okay? What are you showing us today? How to set up. I think you're really old, Brandon, okay? So Brandon's watching. You can edit this later, my friend. There we go. Your bio. Podcast to help podcasters. Listen, you want to keep it simple, right? Next. What are your interests in? Later. Don't miss out. Not going to follow. We have to follow 2 accounts. So we're going to search for, can we search? Why? I'm not doing 4chan. Let's go Elon Musk and the president. There we go. Skip for now. Boom. So now his podcast is set up for Twitter. Now we can go to Instagram. Man, so many people are watching. I'm going to pin that comment, Justin, because it is a good one and it's funny. We're going to switch accounts, log into an existing account. No. So I have to log out. I hate doing this. Log out. Sign up. Email. No, that's not the email. This full name, Brandon, and it's consult username. Boom, let's go ConsultCast Pod. Save. Hopefully you can update this later. Now we go back here, we get the confirmation code from Instagram. There we go, Instagram, copy it. Next. Taking its sweet time. Pretty sure. Waiting for the code to come into my phone. Here we go. Okay, back to Instagram. Boom. Suggestions, we don't want any of that, so we'll go home. Go over here, we go to settings. You have to edit profile. We need to change the profile picture. Boom. Website we haven't set up yet. Bio. A podcast to help grow podcasts. Don't need anything like that. Submit. Boom. This is all managed later. We're going to switch it to a professional. He's a business because that's what we're doing it as. Next. It is a consultancy agency. There we go. Done. Usually goes faster than this. I'm sorry, people. Three watchers. We're going to call you Phil. We'll call you on my birthday. Please do call me on my birthday. It would be nice. Sorry, I'm not getting, for some reason it's not showing up on my screen. We can save this and we go done. Boom. It is now ready and set up for Brandon to take over. And then finally, Facebook. We need to create a Facebook page. So you guys get to see my professional Facebook page. Not really. We go over to pages. I manage a lot of pages, as you can see. We create a new page. Page name, Consultcast Podcast. Oops. Consultcast. It's a podcast. Boom. Description, a podcast to help grow your podcast. Hello, Christine. Thank you for watching the show. We are right now taking care of setting up a podcast page on Facebook for my client, Brandon McClure. Create page. Boom. We're going to add a profile picture. We already know. Boom. There we go. Everything's good. We go save. Oh, cover page we can do later. We have to come up for something for that later, but there we go. Okay. No, we don't want to connect it to WhatsApp. Leave, because I don't need. Create a username. Consultcast. There we go. Create the username. There we go. So now I want everybody who's listening to go search. I really need to Concult. Wow, I need to rename this. Hold on. Wow, that's silly. I need to edit this. Go to Business Suites. I made a mistake. How silly of me. This is not what I want. I want to edit page. There we go. Edit page info. Right, did I spell things incorrectly? No, I just spelled it right. Okay, good. There we go. Then we have everything here. That's all going to be done later. QR code. There we go. So everything's good. Consultcast, pod, there, podcast. There we go. Now I'm happy. It's all saved, right? Yes, we go. There we go. Everything's back to normal. Good. Boom. Don't need to see that. Boom. We refresh this. Consultcast. There we go. Everything's good. Now we can go back to Canva and do Facebook. Oh, cover art there if you want. But we're doing logos. So we want social media, Facebook covers. And then we want to create a blank one. Podcast. This is not good. This is a horrible template, if you ask me. Here we go. You know what? Could always do men's former. Well, it's not that. That's so not going to work. There we go. We can change this. We can go podcast consultant, C consultant. There we go. Consultants and experts. Boom. I love it. I'm going to download it. You, of course, can change it later. It's not my job. Well, boom. Sorry about that. Edit. Choose upload an image. Boom. Open. I want that right there. Boom. We save changes. So now his Facebook page is up and running for now. Obviously, when I speak to him later, I'll fill out more information with him because this is his podcast page, obviously. But now I have to add him as a business person to this. So where is that edit? Is it there? You invite friends, of course. There is a way. I'll do it a little later, but we have other things to do. We have this podcast that we have to set up, the Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and all that. So yeah, that is how you set up a business, but you also can create posts in the business suite. That is something completely different and a lot of work to do. But overall, once you have these three things, then you're ready to go. You're pretty much set up for your podcast. You want everything to be linked to the email address that you created in Google. The reason why we use Google is because Google gives us a lot of tools. You know, you have your G Drive, which you have, if I'm not mistaken, you have 15 gigabytes to use. So you can store a lot of stuff in your Google Drive. You can create documents, you create templates. I'm going to be showing you that stuff later, how I use Google to amplify my business. And you'll see it is amazing how much work it gives you. Google is probably the best tool for a podcaster to use because it allows you to have so much and store so much free instead of having it on your computer where you can access it anywhere in the world. So if I were you, the first thing I would do is I would create a new folder I would call episodes. Great, boom. So now every new episode you want, you put there. You put the audio there. If you have an editor who edits your podcast, you want to put the edit there. So what you can do inside edits, you can go new folder, unedited. I should be doing this another day, but we'll do it now. Edited. Boom. So now you know specifically anything that's in edited, it's done. Unedited is there. So that's your episodes. Then you can go new folder, guests. So that's where you put all your guests. You go 10, social media, boom. So anything regarding social media, you go in here, you can add new, you go Twitter. So under your social media, you'll find all your posts. Any templates you want, you can put in there. So it makes your life easier. But these are the three that you can normally have. Under the guest, what you do is you do your guest intake form. We're going to be checking out the guest intake form tomorrow, actually. So you'll see how the template form I use to get guests and help me use that to create the show notes, show template form, and all that great jazz, because I want to show you how to automate as much as possible to make things simple for you. And Google does that because it has the Google form, which I'll be showing you guys tomorrow, creating a Google form. Can I show you one? No, I'm not going to tease you. You got to tune in tomorrow. But that's pretty much how set up your social media by using Google. Just create an email address, and then you set it up all there. First of all, remember to write them down, your password and your logins, just on paper somewhere safe, so that you don't forget them, and you'll be able to remember them. And because this is going to a client, I need to share it to them. They can change the password later. But that's generally all the stuff. I'm gonna leave. You can close that. Leave. No, that's not what I want. Yeah, we can close that. There we go. So that's pretty much everything so you have your Gmail account for ConsultCast Pod. We have the G Drive for it. We have the Twitter account. Okay. Start. Continue to. That is not where we're from, so we want to go to. We're up in Canada. Boom. There we go. No. Waiting for the confirmation code again. Hey, I have a lot of Twitter ones too as well. 943349. There we go. Next. Continue to Twitter. Boom. We'll obviously put other things. His podcast is called Fake Nerd Podcast, and we're going to follow them. I don't need that. Who else do they follow? They follow 159. Let's see. Well, obviously, co-host. Follow him. Don't know who he is. There we go. His other podcast, Miscellaneous. Downright nerdy. You can follow. These are all his other podcasts that he's either been a guest on or had people on his podcast, or he's really fun and there. But again, all these Beyond the Box Set, a great podcast. I highly suggest you listen to them. They're amazing. They're from Britain, so they're even fun there. They lost the World Cup, so you might as well give them some love there. Again, all these other things you can follow. And there. So now it's ready. It's rolling over here. We're done here. Let's start following him on Fake Nerd Podcast, I believe. There we go. You go over there. We want to follow him. And yeah, they have some great stuff here. Don't know that. His original podcast, he has Conversation With. He's amazing at social media. Some of the things you need to see, like sharing what's going to be on the episode, these amazing little bits. If you want an amazing growth, check out for how to use Instagram properly with pictures and that. Really suggest checking out the Fake Nerd Podcast. He does amazing. Also, my buddy Mick Manhattan from Scene Snobs. He does an amazing job. Let's see. Scene Snob. Helps if I spell stuff. Where's the Scene Snob? There we are. Wait a minute. Oh, there we go. At the Scene Snobs. There we go. He does a lot of great stuff. This is Mick. He is an amazing guy. Great podcaster. He does amazing stuff that you should really check out. But yeah, he is an amazing guy. You should definitely check him out. But yeah, so you want to follow some podcasts. We'll get rid of that. Here, this is where you share your episodes. You share your episodes here and invite your friends to your podcast to grow them up. I'm not going to invite my friends because this is not my podcast. This is Brandon's podcast. You're very welcome, Brandon. You just said, oh, thanks in the thing. I really wish, I don't understand. Can't post comments, doesn't let me see comments. It's annoying. But yeah, this is pretty much the simplicity of it. Once you have these, it will show how to post in a later episode. But we're going to go to a group now. Wait, no, groups. We're going to go to a podcasting group. We'll go indies. I like indie podcasting. And we're just going to scroll. Most questions, we're going to stop here, remove this. So most questions I get when I'm on a show, because I do podcast shows, I'm a guest on a show. Why should you be a guest on a show? One, you're getting free advertising for your podcast because you're sharing your knowledge or your joys or whatever you want on another person's show. So you have access to their audience. That is key. Having access to someone else's audience has the ability to increase your reach. Go into podcast groups. Oh yeah, we're going to be also talking about merch in monetization. So that is coming up, I believe next week. I have it scheduled, I'm not sure. But yeah, go into groups. And if you're going to share your podcast, create a copy or create a hook point. I recently was on a good friend of mine, the Billionaire Collective, the new Medium collective, Tate Anderson. He's a great guy. If you're not following him on Instagram, not following him on social media, you should. He provides so much great content. But in his Clubhouse, we were talking about hooks, actually, so it's relevant here. Audio hooks are important. So are the written, also using reels. You want to hook your audience. So if you just go into Facebook groups for podcasting and just post your link without any description, without anything, no one's going to really be enticed to click. Like, why am I going to listen to this? So what you want to do is create a little bit of a sizzle. You want to create that hook, that reason for someone to click on your link. So with ConsultCast, because it's a podcast for podcasters to learn how to grow their podcast, but also a lead gen podcast, so it's a double-edged sword there. If we have an episode where we're talking about using email marketing to grow your podcast, you could put as a template or as a hook point going, ladies and gentlemen, we speak with anybody. We'll use who is a good email marketer? Alex Berman. He has a great show and he has a course called Email 10K. Highly suggest if you're on YouTube, look at Alex Berman. Actually, let's pull it up on YouTube. There we go. We'll get out of this. We'll switch count to there, just to be safe. Oops, Alex Burr. What's wrong with my? Here it is. Yes, here we go. Here it is. This is the gentleman here, Alex Berman. He has some great videos talking about cold email course, how to do cold outreach. I'm going to show you how to outreach. Actually, he does have a video. Where is it? Where is it? He had one where he broke down an email for a guest. And I'll try and look to find it up. It's Business 101. It was a great email lesson on how to send an email to have a guest on your podcast. Where was it? It's an email. He has a playlist. I'm sorry, I should have had this already done before, but he breaks down email breakdowns, teardowns. Here we go. Cold email teardowns. We'll go pause this. Odd. It's not here. I wish it was. But yeah, he breaks down emails for you, how to send cold emails outreach to people to either get a client or even to get them as guests. So I would highly suggest you check him out. He's really amazing as a video guy and to teach you how to grow your podcast. But ladies and gentlemen, that's it. We have no questions to answer, but if you do, make sure you leave a comment down below. I'll be more than happy to help you answer. Tomorrow, like I said, tomorrow is going to be setting up your guest intake form. So identifying your perfect guest, but also identifying your ideal audience member. And then we'll go from there. Ladies and gentlemen, I am, of course, Phil Better, the podcast mogul. This is Invest in Yourself, the podcast series. And I wish you all a great day.